Picture this. It's a quiet evening. The rain is drumming softly against the window, and you spot a tiny, shivering ball of fur huddled near your doorstep, eyes as wide as saucers. In a moment like that, gender is the last thing on your mind. You simply open your coat, tuck that little soul inside, and bring them home. But what if you've decided to take a more deliberate path? What if you're standing at the threshold of a conscious choice? You'll inevitably face the age-old question, a boy or a girl? On the surface, they belong to the same species, but in practice, it's like choosing between a boisterous, life-of-the-party roommate and a refined intellectual companion. Their rhythms, their boundaries, and even their volume levels are worlds apart. Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you could join us today as we slow down and take a deep dive into the fascinating psychology of our feline companions. Choosing between a male and a female cat is about much more than picking the color of a collar. It's a decision that will shape the tempo of your life for the next 15 or even 20 years. Today, we're going to peel back the layers, exploring everything from biological instincts to practical budget considerations, to help ensure your shared future is one of harmony and mutual understanding. Let's begin with the one who usually takes up every available inch of space in your home. The male. A male cat isn't just a pet. He's your personal, highly charismatic showman. From a biological standpoint, males, even when neutered, often retain a drive to be the epicenter of their territory. To a male cat, you aren't just an owner. You're his primary audience. He'll invade your personal space with the grace of a bulldozer, settling on your lap, walking across your keyboard during a Zoom call, or showing a keen interest in your dinner plate. He demands attention now, expressing this with everything from persistent meows to looks of profound betrayal if you dare to focus on a book. If you're looking for a Velcro cat, a companion who greets you at the door as if you've just returned from a perilous mission to Mars, the male is almost certainly your guy. But if the male takes your heart by storm, the female of the species employs an entirely different strategy. Bringing a female cat into your home is like hiring a personal quality of life inspector. By nature, females are often more cautious and observant. Evolution has taught them to be vigilant. In the wild, the female is responsible for the safety of the nest and the survival of the kittens. A female cat rarely imposes. Instead, she'll watch you from the top of a bookshelf or from a distant corner, quietly passing judgment. Her affection isn't a given, it's a privilege you earn. She might spend hours meditating on your favorite sweater, yet her presence is so subtle you might forget she's there, until she decides it's time to grace you with her company. This is the choice for those who appreciate aesthetics, silence, and the mutual respect of boundaries. Speaking of silence, the way our heroes communicate can be strikingly different. Male cats are natural-born orators. If a male is bored, if he can see the bottom of his food bowl, or if he spots a suspicious moth outside, you will hear about it. Loudly, with feeling. A male cat is perfectly capable of staging a full operatic performance at 4 a.m., simply because his soul demands drama. Females, on the other hand, are vocally concise. They tend to use their voices only for the most pressing matters, preferring to communicate through body language. The twitch of a tail, the narrowing of the eyes, or a single, very pointed meow. If you live in an apartment with thin walls and sensitive neighbors, a more reserved lady might be the key to your domestic peace. Character, however, isn't just heard, it's seen in their daily habits. Biology dictates the rules of hygiene. Female cats are often true aristocrats in this department. Their grooming process resembles a complex spa ritual that can last for hours. They are equally meticulous about their litter boxes. Males, with their higher metabolic rates, often leave a more assertive footprint. Their appetite is legendary. Think of a growing teenager, and their litter box requires more frequent attention and high-quality absorption. A male cat might walk around with a crumb of kibble stuck to his whiskers, feeling absolutely magnificent, while a female won't rest until she has restored her coat to pristine condition after every single time you pet her. They also play very different roles as our live-in therapists. When you've had a hard day, these two react in polar opposite ways. The male offers comfort therapy. He'll climb onto you, knead your lap, and purr so loudly that your worries simply dissolve into the background. He's telling you, "It's okay, human. I'm here. We've got this." The female, however, is more of a life coach. She won't necessarily coddle you. Instead, she'll sit across from you, staring into your very soul as if to say, "Pull yourself together, you're better than this." A female cat stimulates you to action through her sheer regal presence, quietly demanding that you rise to her high standards. If we look at the practical side of the equation, owning a male cat typically costs a bit more. It's simple math. They usually eat more, they require more litter, and their health, due to the specific anatomy of the male urinary tract, requires a bit more preventative vigilance from your vet. Females are generally more economical with their food, but they have their own quirks. If her ladyship doesn't approve of a specific brand of litter or the texture of her pâté, she will find a creative way to demonstrate her displeasure. You will likely discover this demonstration yourself, and it's rarely a pleasant surprise. Of course, the question arises, who is the perfect match for the lazy owner? If your idea of a perfect evening is a Netflix marathon under a warm blanket, a male cat is your ideal partner in crime. He's a natural-born couch potato who won't just join your marathon. He'll probably try to help you finish your popcorn. A female cat is more independent. She might prefer her solitude in another room, and you'll find yourself occasionally wondering if there's actually another living being in the house. She has a knack for materializing out of thin air the exact moment you've convinced yourself she's disappeared forever. But do you want to know the real secret that every cat owner eventually learns? In the end, it doesn't actually matter which one you bring home. All these biological predispositions and statistical likelihoods often vanish in the face of a cat's unique personality and the bond you build together. There are males who are quiet philosophers, content to watch the world go by from a distance, and there are females who are absolute whirlwinds, leaving a trail of chaos in their wake. Either one is capable of being tender, hilarious, occasionally mischievous, but always soul-warming. The most important thing they bring into our homes is that unmistakable purr, a sound that heals better than any medicine and restores a sense of peace after the longest day. We aren't just choosing a gender, we are choosing a personality, a friend, and a new member of the family. I would love to hear from you. Who shares your home? Is your male cat a loud and proud showman or a quiet observer? Or perhaps your female cat runs the entire household with just a single look. Please share your stories in the comments. Every cat is a world unto themselves, and your experiences might just help someone else make this big decision. If this conversation helped clarify things for you or simply brought a bit of warmth to your day, please give it a like. It really helps us continue creating these calm, educational videos for our community. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next quiet moments together. Take care of yourselves and your feline friends. May your home always be filled with the sound of a happy purr. Until next time.